Good morning, everybody. I hope you all are doing well, and welcome back from spring break. I hope you had a relaxing time doing anything different from just working on stuff for the class. Anyways, I wanted to give you my weekly update on what your assignments are for this week. So if you head into the Google Classroom and into your classwork, you'll see that some things have been added and there's been a few changes to things if you look around inside of here. Anyways, with the DBQ practice and help, you will see that we have our next DBQ practice assignment. So this week you have actually two assignments due by the end of the week, the DBQ practice 2, and then the periods 3 and 4 study guide. As always, please do not let this overwhelm you. If you need a little bit of extra time than just this week, that is fine, but don't get yourself so far behind that you're stuck trying to make up stuff too far into the future. Anyways, the first two assignments, the DBQ Practice 2 assignment is going to actually cover, I'm focusing more so on period 4. No offense to period 3. Period 3 is very important. Obviously, that's the Constitution and everything else, and it's very possible that you could be asked a question on that. I'm going to change this. It's not worth 100 points. It's worth 10 points. But this is specifically going to be on period 4. So if you open up the assignment, you should be able to type right into it. Just like last time, it should look very, very familiar to the period 2 document analysis practice or DBQ practice that you did before. It's asking you the same exact questions, but this time it's about a prompt from period 4. So again, down at the bottom, you'll find the prompt. The one big difference this time, though, is that I have provided you all 5 documents to go with it. And this is not because you need to analyze all 5 documents, but just so that you are able to better answer some of these questions, especially the questions in regards to historical context and outside evidence, and also to help you build an even better thesis that will better serve you in the AP exam. So this is your first assignment. Again, just type your answers into the boxes, turn it in either here or here, and you'll be done with that first assignment. The second assignment are your periods 3 and 4 study guides. And I say study guides because this time there are 2 separate ones. And that's because periods 3 and 4 are a little bit longer than periods 1 and 2. If you click on the first one, it says period 3. A few people have asked exactly how to do this, especially now that this is a mandatory assignment. The point of this assignment is to give you a very, very streamlined set of notes that you can use on the AP exam. Again, the AP exam this year is open notes. So while you're writing your DBQ, you will be allowed to have other tabs open, such as notes you have on the different eras of history. So once you get your prompt and you open it up and you see what era of history it is, you can go specifically to that study guide and you'll have a set of notes that will hopefully help you with outside information and how to approach an argument for that particular era's question. So the way you do this assignment is it's just jot dots. If you want to type it out in complete sentences because that makes more sense to you, that's fine. If you just want to do bullet points, also fine. And all it's asking you to do is fill out the boxes. So for this first one, this is all about the 7 Years' War. It's asking you about general causes and effects. Again, use your own class notes, the notes you took from the book. Use the book if you didn't take notes or if you've lost your notes. And that's it. Down here with these ones, for this one, colonial rivalry intensified between Britain and France in the mid-18th century as the growing population of the British colonies expanded in the interior of North America, threatening French-Indian trade networks and American Indian autonomy. Here you can just give a few pieces of evidence or even just one piece of evidence that backs up or proves that particular concept. And again, this is just a place for you to get down some streamlined notes. So that's all you have to do for each one of these. When you're done with both, make sure to turn them in. And that's it for this week. The last thing is I did update some of the review things for you. For example, I've given you even more different outline writing and planning guides for DBQs. Between now and the AP exam, just take some time to go through these, see which one makes the most sense to you, and feel free to use it or not. It's up to you, obviously. But these are just meant to be guides to help you get your thoughts organized on the day of the AP exam. The other thing I've added is a few different DBQ video tutorials. Honestly, it's two different AP US history teachers. Both have been teaching AP US history for a really long time and have established very well-known prep websites. And so a lot of us AP US history teachers use their videos as the tutorials since they've already made them. The first one is coming from JCause Productions. That's what these first three are from. And then the other one is actually from a guy that was recommended to me by Mr. Simmons. So if you took AP World, you've probably seen quite a few of his videos. Both of them have really updated their videos in regards to the changes to the DBQ specifically for this year's AP exam. These are not mandatory that you have to watch them, but they are here for you. Feel free to watch, one at a time until the AP exam, or ignore them completely. Obviously, that is completely up to you. The last thing I just want to remind you of is that the historian journal is your final project for this class. So make sure you're still working on it, and if you have any questions, let me know. Before I sign off, make sure you check your remind. I sent out um, a quick question for you to let me know if 10:30 still works for most people for our Zoom meetings. I want to make sure as we get closer to the AP exam and really start prepping for it that everyone who needs help can make it. So we've been having our meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30. We will remain on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but the question is 11 a.m. better for more people? If so, we can move it. I've moved my econ meetings, so Tuesdays and Thursdays are really dedicated to you guys. When I say 10:30 or 11, obviously I want you to also think about other classes and other teachers who might be having Zoom meetings. So we want to make sure this works for everybody's schedule. So let me know via Remind which one of those makes the most sense for you. And hopefully I will see you at the Zoom meetings. Also, in regards to the Zoom meetings, Tuesdays are usually dedicated to content review. So this would be a great time to come with any of your questions about periods 3 and 4, anything you want to go back over. And then Thursday is really dedicated to the DBQ itself. So that's when we can really go over this DBQ practice assignment, especially if you're really struggling with it. Anyways, I hope to see you guys at our Zoom meetings, and I hope all is well. Talk to you all soon. I miss you all dearly, and I hope to see you at our Zoom meetings. Bye.